Hey everyone, so we're going to talk about why. The why that we're doing this presentation is to prepare for distance learning in the event of the school needing to be shut down for a variety of reasons. So the main tools that can help support distance learning are Unified Classroom or Power Learning and all our Google tools. We recognize that some teachers are using other platforms such as Google Classroom or Seesaw or some other tools, and that's okay. But what we ask is that for this distance learning situation, you all have a starting point of Unified Classroom. All students, it would be very confusing for them to have to go to different places depending on the teacher, and for parents as well, or parents having multiple students. So all the starting points will be through Unified Classroom, and then you can take it from there if you and your students are comfortable using any other tool. In terms of Power Learning, we want to make sure that your class is created, that your students have access, that means that your roster is up in your class, and that you're able to add these kinds of content blocks, that you have made your site public, and I'll explain that in a moment. You're able to add a co-teacher in the event that you're not able to work with your page or that you need assistance, and the ability of sharing pages with other teachers as well. Once I'm in Unified Classroom, to access your classes, you'll go to Quick Links, My Classes, or My Portal. Okay, and you'll see a list of classes that you own or that you've been shared in. So I'm going to open this sample class that I have. So in Manage Class, Edit Roster, you can verify it here in this space. You should see a list of your students. So verify that they're complete, that they're this year's kids. If you don't have them, or if the list is incorrect, you can clear the roster to start again importing a correct roster. And then you'll go to Import Students, Import from another roster, only list from my classes, and 2019. I don't have any classes. Suppose that my class is 3A. I'll go to Import Students, Import from another roster, and I don't have any classes, so let's pretend I'm a third grade teacher. I'll list only my classes, switch to 2019, and search. So what I'll do is just find the attendance, or the one that says homeroom, either one, and import. You'll see a list of students. I'll import, and here they are. Okay, the next thing is adding content blocks, and on any of the pages that you create or subpages, everything that goes in them is through content blocks. So any of these have special instructions for each. You can add a video or a text box or a YouTube video or connect to a Google document. And once you have all the content blocks, they're all arranged here in number of columns that you have here in your page layout. Okay, so all these can be moved and dragged between columns. And okay, and the next is to make the site public. This is very important because, especially for parents to have access to your class page, if they're not logged in, or they haven't created their account, or they haven't linked their students or their kids, they won't be able to see anything. So a quick way to work around this is to go to Manage Class Settings, scroll a little down, and in this part where it says your class will be visible to, it's usually set people to class roster, but what we're going to do is change it to anyone on the web. So when to share this page, all you do is take the link, and it'll be view only, and anyone that has a link can view, just like a Google Doc in which you make it view only. And it won't require any login or anything special. Adding a co-teacher. Okay, going back to the roster. In Manage Class Edit Roster, one of the tabs is for teachers. And here, any teachers you add with Add Teacher will have access to your page, and they'll have editing rights just like you do. Okay, so if you have a teacher, if later you have a teacher that will be assigned to your class, or a substitute, or for some reason you need to share this is how you do it. You add them as a co-teacher in the roster window. Publish a page. This is about these pages that have this like orange symbol mean they're published. This one is not published. So anything published is what students are able to view. And also your class, it could be active or inactive, so make sure it is active, and you can change that right here. This one is, so I have the option to make it active. Otherwise, your students, even though they're in your roster, would not be able to see anything. Another useful feature that you'll find is the ability to share pages. So all the content that belongs on that page can be shared with another teacher, and they can add it to their own class. So to do this, you go to Manage Page, Share Page, by invitation. If you have subpages, you can include them or not, and send your invitation via email. This only it works with one email address at a time, so if you're sending it to multiple people, just do it one at a time. So here you will write the email address of that person, and you just press send. They will receive an email, and when they open the link in that email, they'll be prompted on to which class they want to save that page to, and all you have to do is select this year's class. Some people have said that when they share pages, they receive the email through spam, so just be aware of that. And in terms of Google, what we want to make sure, especially for grades 3 to 5, is that you're able to share documents with your students, that you can add comments to those documents, to a Google Doc or Google Slide, like to give feedback to students. Also that you have all the parents and student emails at hand, and you're able to organize your Google folders, anticipating the amount of documents that you might receive from students in a distance learning situation. Another tool that will be used very much in a distance learning situation is the email. So just consider CC and the BCC differences, and reply versus reply all. So especially if you're emailing all your parents, make sure they're BCC'd, and if you reply to something, also it's the simple reply versus the reply all. And lastly is just to talk about a simple tool that will help you create videos or screencasts. If you already have another tool that you use to create, or you do it on your phone or iMovie, anything is okay. This is just a tool that all our computers have. It's QuickTime Player. You can find it through the Spotlight if you don't have it in your dock. And once you have it open, all you see are the top menu bar, and you have the ability to do a new movie recording, an audio recording, or a new screen recording. At this moment, I'm doing a screen recording. And when you start one of these recordings, you'll see this button up here. That means I'm recording. So when I click on this, it'll stop, and then it will prompt me to save the video file. that's all for now. You'll receive more information in a future meeting from the coaches and from admin. So for now, if you require any technical support and getting these tools up and running, don't hesitate to contact Doug or Deanna. Thank you.